How are you, horror lovers? Today we traveled to Cuenca, Spain, to tell you about a famous legend, the Devil's Cross. It is said that years ago there lived a very handsome young man with the gift of speech. All the girls were in love with him. The boy used all his charms to attract them, and after broken promises, he abandoned them and cheated on them. But one day everything changed. A young woman named Diana came to town. She was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen, and from the first moment she stole his heart. However, unlike the other girls, Diana rejected him. The young woman was well aware of the boy's reputation, and although she spoke sweetly and kindly to him, when he tried to pretend to her, she avoided him and evaded the subject. It was the first time the young man had been rejected, and far from giving up, he began to obsess over getting her to be his girlfriend. So he tried to win her over with flowers, love letters, and all the details he could think of to try to get her attention. One day the boy received a letter. It was from Diana, who had summoned him at the door of the Angustias church. In it, she told him that they would have a date on the night of the dead. That night, he couldn't contain his excitement. Finally, after so much work and rejections, he had managed to seduce Diana. He groomed himself, perfumed himself, put on his best clothes, and headed to the place where he had met the young woman. The sky was full of black clouds, but that didn't discourage him. When he reached the entrance to the church, in the rain, he found Diana dressed like a real princess. A wave of passion consumed him and he began to kiss her. Unable to contain himself, one of his hands lifted the girl's skirt. He was still kissing her when he looked down and saw a large hoof peeking out from under her clothes. At that moment, lightning lit up the sky, and the face of his companion changed completely. Diana had become the devil, a monstrous being that didn't stop laughing out loud. The boy, horrified, ran away and grabbed a cross that was nearby. He hugged that and prayed to God to save him. The demon reached the young man just as he hugged the stone and struck him with a claw that grazed his shoulder. When he opened his eyes, the beast was no longer there, but the traces of that scratch were, which were reflected in the monument. Currently, the paw is still on the cross of that church, where that night the devil was transformed into an innocent young lady to teach a rogue a lesson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more horror videos, subscribe to our channel.